I know.
All right,
Always forget that. Always forget that, man. So sometimes
you know that there is a setting that you can just hit recording straight away,
I need,
but
Jay,
it might catch you off guard every now and then. So yeah,
put
you
me
got.
on, brother. Put me in the game, coach.
I used to do that. I used to put the recording to automatic, but then there were times where I was having a private conversation. I was like, oh shit, it's recorded, man.
Yeah, he caught slipping. He caught slipping. You're like,
Yeah,
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 we're
yeah,
gonna transfer the million to this account, yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you don't really want to hear that, you know. Oh yeah, I got a crypto wallet with 85 bitcoins in it, man. Just be careful, yeah. Just be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want anyone to know about that. I wish, boy, I wish.
Yeah, boy.
So this is GBP USD. If you recall from Sunday's call, what we did state is that we were waiting for a breakout, right? Waiting for a breakout to happen out of this consolidation zone, and it looks like we are going to the downside. Okay, it looks like we are going to the downside. So, and the importance of this, and I think I did say on the call, and then one second, guys, I just want to bring something up over here as well. This is going to help me out. Boom, boom, boom. GOD, GOD. Oh, sorry, GUSD actually. Let me just check something here. Let's go to the forum. Yeah, so I did say on the call that we were not going to take a trade unless it broke a lower zone, right? So let me give you an example of that. If this broke out of this consolidation zone, this like light blue box that you can see, it came down, right? It came down and open price here, okay? It closed price here, I should say, closed price here, but it didn't break anything lower than this zone. It was only here that it dipped down and broke that zone, right? So remember the question that we always ask ourselves, why did it come down here? Well, it's quite clear because there was a support and resistance zone right here that it's come down to touch. Okay. So now in order for me to get into this trade, yeah, I will lose pips. I will lose pips, but I would rather gain I'd rather gain 20 pips with low risk than 70 pips with high risk, right? Because it just doesn't make any sense. The market is always going to move. You're always going to be able to make money. So I would rather now say that I'm looking for a trade that's going to come somewhat down here and break this lower zone now. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because this might do a dodgy move on us. This might actually say, well, do you know what? I really dipped to retest. Now I'm going to break up to the upside. Okay. I know it sounds a little bit complex, sounds a little bit complicated, but guys, once you do this more than once, you'll slowly start to get the hang of it. Let's look at USD, Chef as well. This is moving exactly how we said it would move as well. It's slowly moving back to this zone. As you can see, it's made some highs. So this was lower, this was higher than the previous low, and then so on. And then this was higher than the previous low as well. So you can see what's happening here. So would I take a trade from here to here? No, I wouldn't. I would wait for this movement to finalize itself and then look for the dropout. Okay, then look for the drop outside of this zone. It could actually break up as well, which I kind of doubt it will do, but we don't run the market. So at the end of the day, it could do that, right? So guys, if you are looking at USD Chef, this is potentially what the trade could look like. Okay, and there's a reason why I'm giving you these markup, guys. I'm not giving you these markups so you can become a millionaire tomorrow. I'm giving you these markups so that you can start to learn the foundations of trading, right? Um, you've got many different concepts and avenues on this particular platform. You've got Solex, going to give you a lot of trade ideas. You're going to make money from there. You're getting it from the professionals and so on. You've also got markup calls on there as well, where they're going through the charts and all that sort of stuff. These types of calls are yes to get trade ideas, yes to make money as well, but also for longevity, okay? To make sure that you guys have a great foundation in terms of what you're doing, not only for now, not only for the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. We want you to make sure that you've got this skill set and you stick with this skill set, right? So this could be one of your trade ideas. Um, that could be a sell limit. Okay, just like what Derek said is a sell limit. Drop a number one in the chat if you understand sell limit, buy limits, and so on and so on. Drop a number one in the chat if you understand pending orders. Drop a number two in the chat if you don't understand pending orders. Drop a number one in the chat if you understand pending orders. Drop a number two in the chat if you don't understand pending orders. Okay, we've got a couple of twos coming in. Okay, I'm going to go over pending orders very, very, very quickly, okay? This call is recorded, so you can watch the recording. Let's just find chart, right? Euro, JPY. Wow, Euro, JPY took off, boy. Okay. The four, actually there's five, okay? So number one is instant execution, okay? Number two, buy limit. Number three, sell limit. Oh. Number four, buy stop. Number five, sell stop. Okay. These are the five pending orders. Sorry, yeah, there's actually four pending orders. Sorry, let me rephrase that. There's four pending orders, and then there's one which is instant execution. Okay. Because instant execution isn't a pending order as such, right? You're jumping in the market straight away. So let's make that nice and big, right? So I'm going to give you examples of what these look like. Okay, I'm going to give you examples of what these look like. So a sell limit. Okay, in fact, let's clean this. Let's take this off. I can come back to that. Right, so a buy limit, okay? A buy limit is when the market is moving down, okay? But you want the market to move up at a certain point. Okay, let's do this in a different way so I can get you guys to understand this. For instance, let's say, for instance, your this one. Your pending order is right here, okay? This is your pending order. You want to suggest that when the market moves down into this zone, into this area, okay, and only when it moves back into a buying state, it gets you into the trade. This is a buy limit, okay? At this point right here, your trade is activated. Okay, so you can put on a buy limit. Just what Derek said. He put on a trade from the 30th, right? The 30th of June, and it only now activated. Okay, it will only activate when the market is at that point. Okay, the market is at that point. Now, somebody might say, well, why is it a buy limit if it's selling, right? If it's coming down? Well, you're not technically selling off the market. You're waiting for it to come down to this point, and it has to pass that point or wicket. Then it will get you into the trade, and then you're now in for a buy. Okay, this is a buy limit. Okay, this is a buy limit. So this is a number two on here, right? This is a buy limit number two. Just make sure this is really, really clear. All right, so this is a buy limit. Okay, now what's a sell limit? Exactly the same thing, but just in reverse. Exactly the same thing, but just in reverse. All right. So what you're saying that basically I'm going to put on a pending order. Guys, the reason why it's called a pending order is because it's pending, right? It's waiting to happen. So you're going to put on a pending order that is going to go up, hit the peak here, and then only when it hits your entry point, then it enters you into the trade for a sell. Okay, that will be a sell limit. All right, so that will be number three. It's really important that you know this because if you are someone that's extremely busy, and you know, you can't be bothered to keep looking at trades to see when it's going to get to a certain level, so on and so on, you can place a pending order and it will get you into the trade when you tell it to get you into the trade. You have to know the coordinates. You have to put the coordinates of what you want it, of what trade, of how you want it to enter the trade, but it will get into the trade when you want it to get into the trade. Okay. Now let's look at a buy stop. A buy stop is when you are not looking for the market to bounce in a different from a reverse direction. A buy stop is when you enter the market here. Okay. But you can place this pending order whenever you want. But what you're saying is that the market has to move in one direction, is moving upwards. It's not going to come down and then move up. It's going up. That's it. Okay. That's your buy stop. Okay. Now, what's the difference between a buy stop and a buy limit? A buy limit, you're looking for a reversal point in the market. A buy stop, you're looking for momentum, a continuation, a bull run, however you want to, call it. You're looking for momentum in the market, but you might want to get in at a particular time, a particular point, right? Without a pullback. You're not looking for a pullback. This is a pullback and then into a trade. Okay. If you're looking for a sell stop, exactly the same thing again. Okay. Whoop, not that one. This one. This is a sell stop where you wasn't looking for the market to go up and then come down. You were looking for the market to just move in momentum in the direction that you took the trade, right? So that'll be downwards. Okay. So this will be number 4, which is a buy stop. And this will be number 5. Okay. Which is a sell stop. Once you start using them, they will be very, very simple. You can take a screenshot of that. Okay. Now, an instant execution is when you're just going to enter the market. No pending order. You're not waiting for it to hit a certain zone, hit a certain coordinate to get into the market. You are saying, I want to get into the market right now. Done, dusted. Once you hit that instant, you've already exchanged contracts with the broker to say that you're entering this trade. The broker takes their commission, depending on what broker you're with, depending on what commission they take, and now you're into the trade. Okay, so it's that simple. All right. Now, don't worry about it if you don't get it straight away. Sometimes you have to do these things to understand how it works, but that's technically how they work. Okay, so let's move on from that. Let's get back to these charts. Gold has done something a little bit different than what we expected, and that's absolutely okay because I haven't been in gold trade for this whole 2 weeks anyway, or week and a bit, including this week. It's absolutely fine for me, and there's a reason why I haven't taken any gold trades, guys, because gold at this point right here where it is a very, very funky zone. Okay, I'm going to show you why. And I'm not saying I'm not saying not to trade it, but I technically want gold. I want gold outside of this zone. Okay. I want gold outside of this zone. There's a reason for it. I don't personally want to trade a currency, especially a currency that's volatile like gold, between these particular zones. I want gold to be moving. This is what I'm going to show you guys. Look, I want gold. I want gold to be moving. Yeah, I want gold to be moving. Do you see the difference? Now look what we have over here. See the difference? Okay. And now this is on the 1 hour. And there is a lot of pips in here, guys. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of pips in here to gain. But I've learned the hard way, okay? That if you're trading gold and you're trading it like this, you might get caught out. you might just get caught out. So you got to be very, very cautious, right? Unless you're going for a small amount of pips. All right. So I like to move with gold like this kind of sort of movement. Yeah. This was a beautiful run, to be honest with you. If I'd caught this whole run, phew, phew, that's a yeah. I'll be calling Derek. I'll be taking Derek for dinner for real. Any restaurant. Hey, babes, you're right. Yeah, you can bring. I'm on a call. So yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, babes. All right, thank you, babes. To you too. All right, bye, bye, bye. All right, so if you're trading gold, be very cautious. Even if you're taking signals, there's no harm in you actually back testing and having a look to see um why did it work out? Why did it not work out? If it's hit SL, why did it hit SL and so on and so on, right? So let's move on from gold for a bit because I technically don't have a trade idea here at all. Okay. AUD is definitely moving um, in the right direction as well. So we've got this lower zone. So AUD I would now be looking for, I would be looking for more sell-offs if it doesn't break this zone. Okay, I'll be looking for more sell-offs if it doesn't break this zone. So you're looking for this zone to come down back, maybe down to these levels. Okay, as long as it doesn't break this zone. So now, if it does break the zone, then as you can see my markup, right? I was staggering and saying it will go up, right? But if it doesn't break this zone and it comes back down, then we can start selling off. So for now, I'm going to move these. Okay. And how I'm marking this up, guys, is technically when I'm by myself, this is how I would mark up the charts. I don't overcomplicate anything. I make it really, really simple. Why do I think it's going to go here or why do I think it's going to go there? And that's it. I'm marked up and that's it, right? So G odd, we don't really have anything there as well. So look, guys, we had Euro CAD. Euro CAD, we hit TP on that ages ago. But I'm going to track that. So on Sunday's call, we spoke about three different pair types, right? Three different pair types. Um, I've decided on two pair types that we're going to trade, and we're going to follow these. We're going to follow these pair types religiously, like every Tuesday, every Sunday. We must talk about these pair types, and we're going to trade these particular pair types, ups and downs, right? So don't be surprised if you see me drop I'm going to speak to Derek about this and obviously find out the best way to do it. Because what I don't want to do is just keep dropping trade ideas and you don't know what's going on, right? So I'll speak to Derek and find out the best way that we can do this. It might be in a separate chat, it might be whatever, right? But we're going to pick three pair types and we're going to trail those pair types, guys. When I say trail them, we're going to discuss them. We're going to find out what's going on with them, why they're moving the way they're moving. We're going to take trades with them and so on and so on. And the whole idea of this is to build your accounts. Okay. It's to build your accounts. You're going to use proper risk management and we'll do it for like 1 month, 2 months on those particular pair types. And we'll just keep trading those pair types. Yeah, that's excluding from the stuff that you're existingly doing. All right. And there's a reason for that because once we drop the trade ideas, you can go back and know that we discussed it on Sunday. So it's not so far away, right? On a Sunday, you can go back because we discussed it on a Tuesday, so it's not so far away. Plus, it's going to be recorded as well. No fugazi stuff here, guys. We don't want to just be talking about what we could have done. Okay. We really want to start to understand the markets. We're going to correlate it with news as well. Okay, we're going to correlate it with news. So if there's news on that particular pair type, we really want to make sure that you guys understand how the news is going to affect it and so on and so on and so on. Yeah. I hope you guys think that's beneficial for you because us as well, I don't want to say we're educators, but us as leaders doing these calls, we want to make sure that you get the most value out of it. And the most value is not always making a lot of money, guys. The most value is how can you sustain what you're doing so you can make money in the long run. Okay. It's a shift in the mindset, right? It's a shift in the mindset. If there's any pair types that you guys want me to have a look at, please drop it in a chat as well. Please drop it in a chat and we can have a look at those pair types as well. One of the things I don't want to do is overcook the call, because there's not much that we can go. Oh, the pair types that we're going to trade. One is GBP USD. I'm going to just call them GBP USD. GBP USD. I'm not going to do gold because you got a lot of gold education from Derek and also the Solix app. Okay, you get a lot of gold education from there. So we're not going to overcook that. We're not going to have any conflicting ideas and all that sort of stuff, right? The next pair type that I think that we should choose, which will help you guys in a different time zone, is AUD CAD. AUD CAD moves really gentle. It's not volatile like gold. Okay. So it will help you guys to backtrack and understand how the market moves a bit more. And the next one, what do you think the next pair type should be, guys? You tell me. Tell me in the chat. What pair type would you like to trail for the next, let's say, month or so? You tell me. So we've got Euro USD, AUD CAD. Who's brave enough to put something in the chat? You tell me. Or if Derek, if you have any ideas, you let me know as well. Anyone?
Let's do.
Just don't pick a JPY pair.
Nah, nah, nah. It's been heavy this week. NZD.
Got USD CAD.
Yeah, USD CAD looks good.
Yeah.
Let's
Do
look at that.
USD CAD. All right, guys. So we're gonna trail. As I said, we're gonna trail these. The only thing with USD AUD CAD, USD CAD. Yeah, it can work. It can work. So we're gonna trail these for the next month. When I'm offline with Derek, we'll talk about how we're gonna do it, so how it can benefit the whole team. Yeah. Um, and I hope you guys see benefit in that as well. But you guys got to keep up. So that means you've got to attend these calls because this is where we're going to be discussing these particular pair types on these calls. Yeah, I might do a few little videos here and there for the group, but the majority is going to be on these calls. Yeah. Derek, anything that you want to chip in, bro?
Nah, I'm enjoying the flow. I mean, one thing that you said about goal was very, very important. I mean, that's why I don't send out a lot of those signals, maybe the trades that I'm doing individually, because I'm going for, bigger lot sizes, scalping. But that was such a good point. I hope you guys were taking notes about that because that was genius information. Gold has been very choppy recently, and it's yeah. You just want to, especially when it's hit some all time highs very recently and last year and so on. So it's still in a very unstable zone. There's no common ground as much as there was before. So of course, yeah, that's one thing I would definitely agree on. Don't just jump into trades randomly, guys, man. Make sure you guys are following strict analysis and confirmations, and of course, Mr. Solex.
That's it. That's it. Let's have a quick look at Monara before we let me stop sharing for just 2 seconds so I can move the screen over. Let's have a look at Monara real quick as well. To see what trade ideas there are as well. Let's share again. One second, guys. Sorry. Sometimes there's too many things on the screen, man. Okay, cool. So Monaro, let's go to the monitor. I've got my defaults as well, which is called I've got GBP time zone, okay, which I'll only trade in the GB time zone, obviously, during the London session and so on. Then I've got daily trader, which is everything that I will trade anytime and anytime. And then I've got my charts, okay. So my charts is a bit more detailed in terms of the settings and so on. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because when you set up your Manara, set it up so that it suits you. Yeah, you might want to trade only the 1 hour, you might want to only trade the 30 minutes, whatever the case is, set it up so that it suits you. Um, so right now we've got quite a lot of incompletes. Incomplete means for anyone that's new on the call, incomplete means that this is almost like a pending order. It's saying that this pattern, this sharp pattern can be formed, but it hasn't actually completed its formation just yet. Okay, it hasn't completed its formation just yet, which means this needs to come down now to the D
Yeah.
line. Yeah. So you can look at
Can you
these.
that ice while you're not having?
Yeah, thanks, Samara. You can look at these as also pending orders as well. Yeah. So let's look at something that's complete. Okay, so we've got GBP Chef for the buy. Okay, GBP Chef for the buy. The only thing I would definitely say is that there's not much room for maneuver here. Okay, but if you were going to take it, you're going to take it to TP2. Okay, you're going to take it to TP2. So you're looking from here, you're looking maybe, you're still looking about 25 pips. Okay, still looking about 25 pips from here to TP2. So would I take this trade just yet? No. Reason being because I haven't seen it break the last high zone, which is right here. Okay, because you can see where it's dipped back down and come back up. It would need to break here. And then me purposely, I'll be looking at consideration of breaking here. But by the time you've done that, the trade is not even worth taking, guys, on a TP2. Okay, on TP2. So if you're going to jump into it and you're using demo, take the trade, back test it, see how it worked out for you. Let's go to here. Okay, here is a trade idea, guys. Here is a trade idea. Oh, it's contract, so we can't take this one anyway. Boom, 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 boom. Let's have a look at this. Not this one just yet. No. Let's look at this. This one came out today and hit TP1 already. This one hit TP1 already. Congratulations to those who may have seen that and taken a trade. This came out and hit TP2, which is good as well. But a lot of them are incomplete at this point in time, which for you, you might feel, well, hold on a second, why are they all incomplete? But it's a good thing because it means now that we can start to monitor this and look for entry. So this is what I will do, guys. You see right here, I will take this information, okay? I will take this information. You can copy here as well. Okay, so I would go here to the entry, okay? The coordinates are right there. Look, the coordinates are right there. You can copy that, okay? Then I would go to trading view. So this is Euro JPY. Then I'll go to trading view. I'll look at Euro JPY. And I would paste it on this particular chart. Okay. See there? So that would be my entry. Now, what you can do here, you can set yourself an alert. Okay. So I'll set myself an alert. So now this alert is going to go off when it reaches this zone. So I don't need to sit there and watch Manara. I can just now wait for this trade to come to me, and then I can decide what I'm going to do from there. Okay, because more than likely, it's Manara is still going to be showing this trade, guys. As long as the trade is it has been called, it's going to show the trade. It will either be incomplete, unsuccessful, or successful. That's it, or mature, which means that it's hit the zone and it's moved away four candles away. Okay, so now you can do that. You see how quick you can do that as well, guys. You don't. I know sometimes it seems a little bit scary that you need to sit in front of the charts for like 5, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. Really and truly, you don't. once you start to get a good habit of learning how to use TradingView and also Manara together, um, for those who don't know how to use TradingView, we have got a video online of how to use TradingView as well. Okay. But I think that one might not be recorded actually, so I'll try and do another one, or I'll find one that someone else has done that's really, really good. That's going to help you guys. Okay. So that's how you can use Manara and TradingView, right? How did I get this information up? Just double click it. You can double left click it and the information comes up right there for you. You can highlight it, you can copy it, and then you can paste it onto TradingView. Okay. Now you could do that for a lot of these charts, right? So USD CAD, look, still hasn't look, it's moving its way down, but it hasn't got to the D point yet. You can do exactly the same thing. Okay. USD CAD, open up the coordinates. Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. Open up, no, sorry, wrong thing again. Let me open this a bit more. Oh, it's sitting right on it, that's it. Okay. Open up the coordinates, copy it. This is USD CAD. Come up to TradingView. Come up to TradingView. Paste. Voila, there you go. So we're waiting for it to come down to this zone. You come over here. You click this little icon, this little cross icon. Okay, where you want it. Click there. Go to alert. And now it's set up alert for me. This alert is going to also sound on my phone as well. So don't worry, guys. You don't have to have your PC. As long as you are logged into TradingView with the same credentials on your PC, your phone, your laptop, your tablet, whatever, the alert will come to whatever device is logged in. Yeah. So if you log in on your, if you do all of this on your PC, but you've logged in on your phone, perfect. It's good. The alert's going to come to your phone. Okay. I hope that makes sense, guys. Drop a number one in the chat if that makes sense for you guys. Drop a number one in the chat if that makes sense for you guys. Please, highlighted needed the train on training. Okay, yeah. I will definitely try and put something together, or I'll find something where it definitely makes sense for you guys on Trading View. Um, boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. It seems like, yeah, we're getting number ones dropping in. Cool. Okay, guys, look, let's open for a quick Q&A. What I don't want to do, I don't want to overcook it if we don't have that much more information. We've got the free pair types. As I said, I'm meeting with Derek on Thursday anyway. So we definitely talk about how we're gonna, trail these free pair types so that you guys can get massive value alongside the teaching and everything else that we're doing as well. Let me know if there's any questions. Let me know if there's any questions. Let me know if there's any questions. Or if there's any pair types that you want me to go over very, very quickly. GPJPY. Okay, cool. And there's a reason why when Derek came on, I said no JPY bears, right? JPY is very crafty, very crafty. Okay, they are like one of the what you think USD is crafty. JPY is very, very crafty. They deflate the Japanese yen, guys. They deflate and they inflate their own currency on a regular basis. Okay, so you have to be careful of JPY pair types. Okay, where is it? But we'll have a look at it anyway because the movement more or less is the same anyway, so it's all good. Oh wow, it's all the way down here. That goes to show, guys. Look how far down it's on the list. I don't even trade it. Look, no markup, no markup, zero markup. Not even trade it anymore. Um, two lines. This is cleared it off. All right, so okay. So right now, I'm going to tell you from what I can see. Okay, let's mark up a fresh chart. Right, let's mark up a fresh chart. So the first thing you want to do is go to a higher time zone. You can use a daily. You can use a daily. In fact, I'm going to show you from like real time zones. Okay, we're going to use a daily, right? So you want to look at where any potential flaws were. Okay, on a daily. So you've got one there. Um, let's change that actually. Let's change that to this. One resistance zone. Okay, so you've got one floor right here, right? And I like to use a box. I don't like to use a line anymore. I like to use a box because the box allows you to cover off a certain amount of area that should be covered off, really, right? So you got support and resistance zones here. As you can see, there's confluence with it many years ago here as well, right? We don't need to go that far back anyway. Then you want to look for a high. You always want to look for a high, right? So you can clone that, move this up. So that was your high point right here, right? That was your high point right there, okay? Then you want to look for any support and resistance zones within that area. Okay. A support and resistance zone should be touched at least 3 or more times. Support and resistance zones is not 1 or 2 touches, guys. It should be touched at least 3 times for you to say it's a genuine support and resistance. Okay. Touching 2 times is a retest or a pullback, but it can smash past that zone at any given time. When it touches 3 times, then you know there is some sort of real support there, right? So now what we want to do, we can bring this out. We'll use this blue line for support. All right. We'll use the blue line for support. And we'll use a red line for resistance, right? So you got support and resistance. So what makes support and resistance zone, right? As you can see, it's easier done when you're back testing, right? Because you've got history. That's what I love about trading. You've got history, right? So you can see here, came down, it broke this zone, came down, retest the zone, retest the zone, retest the zone. How many times? How many touches? 3 touches. Then took off, right? Then it took off, right? It made a staggering move upwards, right? Came back down, so on and so on, right? Up to this zone, then completely dropped off. This is what I don't like. This is why I don't like JPY pairs, right? Look at this drop off. And I bet you, if we look at the news and all this sort of stuff, this is very dramatic. Like, there's probably no real reason for it to drop off like this. Okay? No real reason for it to drop off like this. Plus, these are small candles on a daily. You would expect if it's going to drop off, there would probably be bigger candles, right? On a daily chart, right? So now what we do, we go down to the 4 hour. So now we do exactly the same thing for the 4 hour. We look for what? Support and resistance zones in the 4 hour. So we could go here. We could go here for resistance, which is a little bit subjective, to be honest with you, because okay, we came here, broke a zone, retest, went back up, right? Hovered around consolidation, all in this zone, came down, retest, broke the zone, test this resistance, came back up, retest again, and then broke down, right? One touch, one touch, guys, 2 touch, and now we're coming for the third touch, right? Coming for the third touch. So what would I be looking for if I was going to trade this? Let's actually come up with a trade idea before we exit this call, right? We've got a couple of more minutes before the hour. If I was going to trade this, which I wouldn't, because there's no real clear direction, no real clear movement, but if I was going to trade it, I would be looking for a trade below here. I would be looking for a trade below here, okay, to come back down to this zone here. Yeah, I wouldn't be looking for anything else. If it breaks this zone, okay, and we come to the upside, I hope you guys are following here. If we break this zone and we come to the upside and it retests here, I would only enter a trade for JPY if it clearly showed me a higher high or higher than the previous low, okay? Oh, no, sorry, higher than the previous high, which will be about here. Retest that high and then takes off. It's the only way I would trade it, guys. So my trade idea for in this zone here would be from here, okay? On a 4 hour, still a decent amount of pips and good risk reward as well. You're still looking at over a couple of hundred pips, okay? So it's a very, very good risk reward as well. But it has to do exactly what I need it to do, or I'm not going to take this trade. So I'm giving you two trade ideas, two potential trade ideas for GBP JPY. Okay. Now, yes, you're going to have to wait because this is going to take quite a long time to get here. But once again, what you can do, guys, you can do a what? Is a what? A pending order. Do a pending order. Okay. You can even do a pending order for a buy stop, which means as soon as it hits this level here, you're activated in the trade. As soon as it hits this level right here, you are activated into the trade. Okay. Or you can do a sell stop, which means as soon as you're literally here, you're activated into the trade as well. Okay. But me personally, I would probably be looking for the same principles as the actual buy as well, which is to come back down to this zone, break the zone, retest, go lower, retest, and then come down. But it will do, as you can see, it will do this sort of buffoonery movement, right? Which you're going to be in a trade for quite a while, and you're going to get frustrated. And JPY just on some long thing, right? So they're the trade ideas. Take a screenshot of that, guys. One of these two trades I would be looking for. Okay, one of these two trades I would be looking for. I know which one I would be looking for when it gets closer to the zone. So I'm not taking this is not a gamble. It's not like, well, if it doesn't go on red, it's going to go on black. No, no, no. You're going to wait for it to come closer to the zone. So then what you're going to do when it gets closer to that zone, you're going to start coming down to the 15-minute chart. Okay? You're going to start coming down to the 15-minute chart. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you want to now start to see the difference in candle size. Okay? You want to start to see the difference in candle size. Okay? You want to see the difference in candle size. So basically, let's say this was your trade right here. Okay, let's say this was your trade right here. Let's say this was your trade right here. Oops, sorry guys. Okay, let's say this was your trade right here. Okay. In fact, your trade wouldn't be here, it would be here. No, it would be, let me see. No. In fact, no, your trade wouldn't be here actually, because this doesn't allow the rules that I have. Okay, your trade would be your trade will be here. Okay, your trade will be here. This will follow the rules. Okay. So what would be looking for? This came down, made a low. Okay, we're not getting into the trade here. Remember, guys, we're not getting into the trade here. It has to come back, retest, and then make another low. Okay, which it didn't do. What it done, it moved sideways, then came right down to this zone here. Okay, but it still didn't make a low. Remember, it still didn't make a low. Came here, retest, came here. Now it's made a low. Okay. Then it's come back for the retest and then it's taken off. Okay. So your trade idea would be, if it's made a note, hold on, put it here. It'll be here. Okay. So your trade idea initially would be here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. This would be your trade idea. Okay. Because this follows the rules, right? So it came down, consolidated, broke low again, but didn't break this low. It didn't break this low. Okay. It retested here, came back up, retested, broke the low, came back for the what? For the retest. It's very important, guys. I don't take a trade unless I see a retest. It came back for the retest and then took off. And guys, you're probably looking at it going, well, that's not a lot of pips. Well, I'm going to tell you how much pips it is. Okay. It's still 76, 70, 80 pips if you just follow the rules. Okay. If you just follow the rules, came back, retested, dropped down. Boom. That's it. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Um, so that's what we'll be looking for over here as well. Yeah. In these breakout zones here as well. Exactly the same thing we're going to be looking for, right? So I hope you guys have got that trade idea. And guys, let me just explain something to you before we jump off this call. Sometimes trading like this might not seem very, very exciting to you, okay? Sometimes you might be on this call, you might be a little bit bored. You might be looking at it going, oh, is he just going to give us a trade idea so I could just press a few buttons and make some money and so on and so on. That stuff's great, guys. But that stuff is like, that's like your beginner's toolbox, right? That's like your beginner's toolbox. That's like your starter kit. That's what we're going to call that. We're going to call that your trading starter kit. That's when you don't know what you're doing. But when you start to learn what you're doing and you can start to mark up charts very, very simply from just understanding where the market is moving and how it moves and so on and so on and so on. It's not the marking up of the charts that's exciting. What's Please forgive me for saying this, but what's exciting is when you make $1,000 a day. What's exciting is when you make 1,500 a day. What's exciting is when you take a 1K account to 10K. What's exciting is when you take a 20K account to 30K. What's exciting is when you take a 50K account to 70K. Do you get it? So you kind of have to understand the concept here that trading really is the mindset. Trading really is your mindset. It really is, can I sustain and do this laborious thing and get the result that I want on the back end? Because it doesn't come on the front end. Okay, it comes on the back end. When we are not so impressed by, just if you're gonna just take signals for the rest of your life. Do you know what I mean, right? So I just wanted to share that information with you as well, all right? Derek, anything from you, bro?
Bro, you went in, bro. You went in.
I'm sorry, man.
No, listen,
Bro, I
I'm
gotta get
taking
this work,
notes.
bro. I gotta get this work, man. We gotta get this work.
It's very powerful. I really, really, what you said, it just resonated with me so much. And this is why we do what we do. We don't get paid for these sessions. This isn't some little deal where Zane's like, yeah, I'll pay you guys, little under the counter money. Of course, we get paid, from obviously the obvious, right? But it's these sessions are really. I know how busy Jermaine's a big man. Like he's my uncle. Uncle. My big sees
You,
Mrs.
you
gave
wanna
him
know,
some.
you wanna know how busy I am? This is how busy I am, guys. I'm not eating my dinner at my table, guys. I'm eating my dinner at Tupperware right now.
You know what's funny? Tupperware is an M&M company, right?
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Hey man, listen. I'm still drinking, certain beverages, M&M products. I love it. I love it, man. I mean, this is what we do. And no, but seriously though, it's what you said, especially about the mentality. Trading is a sport. It really is a sport. It takes practice, but I'm at the point, and guys, the thing about trading is the people that you meet along the way. You know, the connections that you. I mean, the people that called me today. I had an interaction with someone on WhatsApp. I had another guy call me about 10 minutes later. Jermaine knows both of these guys. Both of the names is Justin. Both multi-millionaires.
Whoa, Owens?
But yeah, and then the other Justin too, right? These guys are big boy traders, man. I mean, we're talking about a combined net worth of maybe $35 million. Communication with these guys, and yeah, man, did you get into the gold? Yeah, I got into the gold trade. Yeah, man, yeah. You know, yeah. Are you looking at UJ, bro? Like, you know, are you looking at NZD? It's amazing. The relationships that you develop, you're able to get, and you know, the mentality that we're teaching you guys is really not, guys. You don't want to chase the market. The easiest way to lose money is to lose a trade. Either over leveraging, as Jermaine always says, as I always say, or you're chasing a trade. You lose a trade, take a breather. You know what I mean? You know, it's easy to go mad and you're looking at the market. It's like, you know what, Jay? One thing that I've seen as well, when you're in a trade, right? I'm sure you do the same thing. I look at the chart, and I believe if I'm looking at the chart, that I'm gonna go into profit, bro. It's an unbelievable way of, guys. Put a 7 in the chat if you've been there. I was in a couple of trades recently, and I'm looking at the chart. I'm like, and I'm even going on MT5, and I'm you know, like when you're zooming in on the candle. I'm looking at the candle, and I'm like this. I'm like, come on, brother, rise up, come on, come on, come on. And then, you know, it's moving like this. And I'm like, guys, look, you don't want that experience. You want to be able to be in a place where you're actually you're actually going, if you don't over leverage, you're going to be okay. I'm looking at the chart, even the other day, I'm in the chart, and the lot size was quite big. It was like 1.00. I won the trade, don't worry, but I'm looking at this. And I'm like, my son is, bro. My son was like running around, like, bro, 1 second, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, bro, one of us has got a crack. I can't afford to crack right now. You're a baby. I'm not a baby. You're a baby, bro. Like, you've got no responsibilities right now. I got responsibility. I'm looking after you, bro. These trades are paying. He's like, da. I'm like, bro, please calm down, calm down. And then, like, I'm looking, because I'm like, bro, I've got, even though I'm not in control of the trade, I have to make sure I'm looking at the chart so I'm making money. Because if I look at it somehow, but guys, it's a joke, but it's the reality of how traders think. We just got to control our risk, control our mentality, you know, really control the narrative. And of course, you know, we're really proud of you guys. Every single one of you guys that have been on these calls, we're very, very proud of you. You know what I mean? You guys are amazing. We're so grateful, you know, for kind of how everyone has been learning at their own pace. Of course, we are going to start these physical boot camps soon. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten. You know, doing these physical. And guys, we haven't even started physical events yet. I know some of you are like, you feel a little bit lonely out there. Like, don't worry, we're going to start events. We're going to start doing get-togethers for the fellas. We're going to have like a cigar night. You know what I mean? We're going to have a golf night. We're going to have a lot of things we're going to do for the ladies. You guys can go shopping. I'll give you guys all my American Express cards. I'm joking. No, not no. Can't take that American. No. Don't rise up. Oh, Derek, you know, thanks for help. Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, I'll give you the Capital One, not the American Express. But no, but seriously though, you know, we're going to do a lot of things together. You know, just give us some time. We're working through. Guys, Iconic is still at the very beginning. Oh, the call's recorded. Jackie, well, yeah, guys, you didn't. Sorry, guys, it was a replica card. It's a replica card, right? No, but seriously though, like, we are going through some great updates. Of course, you know, I appreciate all of you guys bearing with us. Of course, during this transition, we haven't even publicly gone public yet. We haven't really officially like, guys, we're launched. You know, I appreciate all of your patience. You know, we are releasing a new scanner, just to let you guys know. So for those that are using Monara, fantastic, it's great. But we are releasing a new scanner, which will be amazing as well. We are releasing some new branding. We might even change company branding, colors. It's going to be a lot of changes because we're trying to make this company just the best, you know, 15, 20, 25 year run that we possibly can. So we're very, very excited about what's taking place. You know, guys, just bear with us. Of course, we're giving you guys all the updates. But I know the physical events are going to be very, very important. You guys can see the leadership that we have here. You know, it's very, very important. We understand, guys. Don't forget, we also have a incentive trip as well. that we're planning for the company. So, we've got a lot of exciting things coming. Guys. Just bear with us. It's just on the way. You know, this is going to be a great run. And so the trading platform, we're actually planning. Again, this hasn't been fully like put into place yet, but we are planning to put everything into one app. So as opposed to that, we have Solex right now and Iconic. The goal is eventually we're gonna have Solex everything into one app. So everything will be in one app. Swipe to trade, signals, live sessions, all in one app. That will give you guys the best usability interface that we can possibly have. Monara, we will be having another scanner. And yeah, guys, we're going to be adding more systems in it. We have some educators that are coming in. We have some copy traders that are coming in. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be crazy. I know it's been quiet. I know you've been like, Derek, where's the events? Don't worry. We don't ask Jay, man. We got it covered. We want to make sure all of you guys are gonna have a good time. But guys, keep learning. Again, if you have any queries, I do have a onboarding video. I know some of you have watched it, some of you haven't. Even if you're new, so even if you've been there for a couple of months or even been with us, even in the past, watch the video again just to kind of get some more understanding on the process. Of course, I will be doing a new onboarding video once our new system comes out. But God bless you guys, man. Jermaine, any final words?
As I say on the end of every call, man, mentor once told me, the group of guys that believe they can do it, there's a group of guys that don't believe they can do it. Both are right. You just need to choose which one you want to hang out with. That's it.
100%, man. That's a bar right there. We got to get that put on a t-shirt, man. That's strong.
Yeah.
That's strong, man. Well, God bless you guys. Have a great evening. If you have any questions, please reach out to me or Jermaine or any of the other leaders. And we look forward to seeing you guys win. We'll see you guys on Sunday's call. Guys, watch the group chat. There's updates coming through. Jump on Solex. Make sure you guys are, taking the trades. And we'll see you guys very, very soon. God bless you guys.
Peace.
Peace.